Paul in Brooklyn. Hey, Paul, what's up?
Hi, Tom. First-time caller, but a big fan of the show and a supporter of Bernie. I'm calling about the DNC and the lack of democratic debates. This is not how democracy is supposed to work, and I can't believe, well, I shouldn't say that I can't believe because I'm not naive, but I'm just very concerned that this isn't a story, not even with regards to giving just Bernie a chance, but simply about the fact that there are so few debates in general. I look at this as a blatant disregard or even an attack on our democracy or what's left of it in the election process here in America. And I guess my question is, I know there's a DNC exclusion rule, which, by the way, Bernie says is legally unenforceable, but is there a way for Bernie, Martin O'Malley, and the rest of the candidates to safely work around the DNC to have unsanctioned debates?
The only way to do it would be for all five of them to agree to do it. And you're absolutely right. The last time around, the DNC only sponsored 6 debates too, but they didn't stop anybody else from sponsoring any debates. So you ended up with, I think, 28 of them altogether during the election cycle. That's back in 2008. And my guess is that the reason why Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the DNC put this exclusion rule in this time around was because they're trying to protect the establishment candidate. Hillary Clinton has been really solid inside the Democratic Party for decades, and good on her for that. But I think that she was the clear front runner, and they didn't want to do anything that would hurt her in the primaries. And I don't think that this was some weird or nefarious plot to keep out Bernie or to keep out Martin O'Malley or anything like that. I don't think that when the Democratic Party put in the exclusionary rule that they were thinking in terms of this is to make sure that Hillary gets the nomination, which is how it's being played now. It's the kind of the conspiracy theory du jour. I think what they were thinking was if we have a lot of debates, our candidates get beat up a lot and they go into the general election weaker. Just like when Teddy Kennedy went after Jimmy Carter in 1980 in the primary, tried to primary him. And that hurt Carter, going into the election against Reagan. And so I think the thinking was that we want to make sure that our candidate, when he or she goes into the general election, hasn't been beaten up and bloodied by a bunch of getting a bunch of bloody noses by a bunch of debates. But now we've got a genuinely contentious primary, which I don't think that they expected either. I think they expected that, Hillary Clinton would just, kind of basically coast into that nomination. Now you've got at least one serious primary challenger, and the people are saying, we'd like to hear these two people at least talk to each other. So we know that Bernie would do something outside the structure of the DNC. We know that Martin O'Malley would. We don't know whether Hillary Clinton would. I would submit to you, Paul, that if both Bernie and Hillary, if just the two of them said, we will do a debate, a non-DNC sanctioned debate in an independent venue, sponsored by C-SPAN or sponsored by the Thom Hartmann Program or sponsored by, Buck's Steakhouse. If they did that, the DNC would back down. But the odds of Hillary Clinton saying that she would do that she would go along with that, I suspect are very, very low, as long as she's the front runner. When her poll numbers start dropping below Bernie's, or if they start dropping below Bernie's nationwide, and she's still got a long way to go for that to happen. I mean, she's still way ahead nationwide. But if those poll numbers start to drop really consequentially, she may well be as enthusiastic about alternative debates as everybody else is. We'll see. So,
gotcha.
Makes sense?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Paul.